will be in North Sioux City in the coming days for damage assessments. Those details straight ahead. But first tonight, after destructive flooding hit McCook Lake June 23rd, the president of the McCook Lake Association now giving his perspective on the disaster that affected a number of families. Thanks for joining us tonight on News 4 Live at 5. I'm Jessica Bowman. Today at the Sioux City Rotary Club meeting, Dirk Laurie showed members just how bad the flooding was in his community. The presentation included video of the flooding, graphs showcasing water levels, and a timeline leading up to the flooding. During the presentation, Laurie highlighted how devastating this has been for McCook Lake and its residents. He says the community plays such a huge part in the recovery.
So there's a lot of ways that you can donate and help the McCook Lake residents at this time. But I can't tell you how much money that has come in, but I think it's substantial.
When discussing the timeline of the flooding, Laurie believes that much of the flooding was preventable. He also expressed his disappointment in the lack of communication between the water and when it began to move in.
I think it had to do with the National Weather Service and even the Corps of Engineers, that these people on North Shore Drive that lost their homes were not alerted to the flood. They didn't find out about the flood until it was well underway, and there's a lot of people that were caught in their houses. Some had to be rescued at 2 o'clock in the morning.
And tonight, an important update. FEMA will be in North Sioux City July 15th through 19th. They will be there for damage assessments. Now, officials with FEMA remind residents damage assessment paperwork must be filled out before Friday, July 12th. The library in North Sioux City will be open daily through July 12th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. for residents in need of a place to fill out the form. You will need pictures of your home unless it is red tagged.